Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo! What am I not doing? I don't have. There we go. Let me stop this. Just move. That's okay. It can move over there. Oh, well, 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 well. Yeah, baby. That's a fave of mine, y'all. Good morning. Woo! What am I not doing? I don't have. There we go. Let me stop this. Just move. That's okay. It can. Yeah, there you go. Whoop! Hey now. Let me see what this is. Good morning. Good morning. Is this milk? Good morning, milk. Is it milk? George, beautiful day in the Carolinas. How are you? I'm doing fine, milk. George, how you doing? Everything is all right. It's a beautiful day. Ayara, good morning. Yes, I agree. It's a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day. Just try missing one, right? Yeah, you know it. Woo! Well, that is it. David, California. We have another West Coaster here. David, nice to see you. Dr. B, rainy in New Orleans. Love New Orleans. New Orleans, that crawfish etouffee. Yes, I love it down there. Sorry it's raining, but you know, it's in the bayou. You probably don't need water down there, do you? It's usually pretty humid in the bayou. All right. So what's on everybody's mind this morning? It's nice of everyone to show up good and early. I was trying to do an announcement on my phone, and it went crazy on me, and I have no idea what the hell's going on. I can't deal now. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Rainy here in New Orleans, actually. So, George, in the Carolinas, are you on the road today, George? Mm-hmm. Dr. B. Dr. B's in the house. Milk is in the house. Milk is in the fridge. I'm not a real big milk drinker. You probably didn't know that about me. Yeah, some of the things I try and watch. I like almond milk, or, you know, those things that you can buy and you can leave on the shelf for 10 years and refrigerate after opening. Yeah. So, home for 2 weeks. Good for you, George. Hope you have good weather. Hope you enjoy the family and have a wonderful time. 2 weeks. Elena Rosas. Buenos dias. Good morning to you, Elena. Wow, we have a lot of new peeps that keep showing up here, and that's really a good thing. So don't forget, oh, you know what? I don't have my mug here. I have some water. Camping around the States, George? George, what is camping around the States? Is that a program you have? Camping around the States. I did not know you had one of those, George. Is it a blog you have? The George Whitmire Show. I have to write a song for you. Carolina on your mind. Maybe I'll try that one. Hey guys, give me just a moment, okay? I will be right back. I have to get some water, and I'll be right back. Sorry, everyone. It is also a crack day for me. Figure that one out. Let me see what George does. Hey, Saren. Saren is here. George was explaining. Just when I go camping, people could follow me. That's nice. Good for you, George. A la Cinderella. Claire. Thank goodness it's Friday. It's a wine day. Kristen would say, well, that's Wednesday. But every day is a wine day. Excuse me. And so, what's going on, everyone? What is going on? Saren is here. Claire is here. The dear Claire. I look good in red. Oh, thank you. It was, actually, it's a theme. You know, see, but my complexion doesn't do well for red. But, you know, I decided to wear it today because I heard from another one of our peeps that they like red. And she happens to be studying hematology today. So, you know, you see the connection? So clever. And that's why I did that. Yeah. Everybody's here. The whole gang is here. Has anyone seen, excuse me, excuse me, my cough in the morning and I need Claritin? I do. In Florida, you need it year-round. Has anyone seen on Netflix, at least over here, I believe in the UK, or for you foreigners out there, you know, you foreigners now, you have to find in another place, this Amy, the story of Amy Winehouse. You can see she's my thumbnail today. I always get choked up. I've watched that thing a few times and I space it out, but I watched it again recently. I am so sorry that we lost her at 27 years of age from the stupidity of others. She was done in by her boyfriend, then she married him. She went to rehab many times. Just to jump, cut to the chase, she went to rehab many times. He introduced her to drugs. I mean, they were doing weed, but he got her into drugs. And so there's no connection there. No mistake. Should not mistake that. So, but heavy stuff. And then even says in the video, I started Amy on crack cocaine because it gives her, you know, such confidence in a feeling. You know. So anyway, she almost dies. They revive her. She goes to rehab, and the doctors say, look, we are lucky. We saved her this time. No more drugs. You guys have got to intervene. You have to do something. So she has a blood test before she leaves the rehab. The blood test, you know, every week or something like that. And she was clean, everything out of her system. Her husband visits her. They do a blood test the next day. She's got heroin in her system. And this guy takes no ownership for that in the video. He says he got her on crack, but in the end, you know, how he is today in his new life, he's cleaned himself up, I guess. And it's just, you know, it's criminal to me. I just hate that. Anyway, it's a military thing. Oh, well, that's cool. Everyone deployed. I did not know that. When I was deployed, they didn't do that. In Vietnam, they didn't care where the hell we was. No, I'm all for the troops. You know it. You bet. You better betcha. I'm American. I'm American. Thanks for letting me know that, Elena. Elena, I did not know that. These two girls have a love affair going on right here before my eyes. It's very sexy. I can see them peeling clothes off. She was amazing, yes. Amy Winehouse. Yes, Amy Winehouse. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you today. And Carrie, I'm sure, is not far away. Good morning, Carrie. Are you coming in with your alias again? I don't remember what it was, but I knew it was you for some reason. Are the volume levels good? You can hear they're cutting grass outside. I'm glad someone has a job. All right, all right, all right. So my football team, the Washington Redskins, looked like poop last night, but they are rebuilding. They put in their new quarterback, and he doesn't know what he's doing. I think the young man is completely lost in the NFL. He played 1 year of college football and was excellent at Ohio State, but now he can't read defenses. His Wonderlic was 22, which is okay, but to give you an idea, that's a test that they give a lot of quarterbacks. The ones with low Wonderlic tests usually have for quarterbacks, they usually run really well, like Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. He is leading the league in rushing quarterbacks, so they have a very viable team. See, and guys who are 20 is the normal, should be normal. Tom Brady, for example, is a 33. Ryan, is it Fitzpatrick? Yes, Fitzpatrick, who's quarterback for Miami now, and who I wish the Redskins had picked up, but he was too expensive to back up. Anyway, without getting into details. He's a 48. It's a 48 out of 50. And every time he gets in there, he makes smart decisions. Our guy is like in the weeds. You know what that means, in the weeds? Yeah, tall weeds. He's in over his head. Anyway. Yes, I said Wonderlic. Wunderlic. Wunderlick. But I know you wanted to bring something else up, didn't you? Lick. A wonderful lick. Wunderlic. It's a Wunderlic. Is und Wunderlic. My apologies to those who speak with accents. Sometimes I don't know. Siri, where are you from?
Siri, was designed by Apple in California.
What sort of accent do you have, my Siri, dear?
I'm not sure I understand.
She's not really bright, but you know, she's pretty. Siri, what accent?
Interesting question.
Siri, what is your accent?
I don't really like talking about myself.
Well, it's finally a good thing to meet a woman that doesn't.
Here's what I found.
Okay, well, there's enough of talking about me to go around, Siri, so thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. She usually is pretty sharp. Alexa, are you there, dear? No. You know.
Yes, I'm here. But listen, once I hear the paper.
I've got Google, I've got Siri. They're all Angela's a robot, by the way. And I'm waiting for someone to send me some mannequins, please. Because if you send me mannequins, Ange can't, get too upset. I don't care if it's an old broken down mannequin. I'll put her together, believe me. If she's put together, we'll put her together better. Okay. Hey, Siri, let's try Siri. Siri, what is the Wonderlic test?
I found this on the web.
I don't feel like reading. Okay. How about those gnats? You better believe it, baby. Yes, gnats. Woo! I'm so stoked to watch them tonight. And they they could possibly sweep. Woo! Yeah. Sweep. Sweep. This would be good. Let's sweep up, which reminds me, I'm still cleaning my house. Because I, spread it out over some days. Well, trying to get it clean. Cleaning it up. It's a clean view out there today, though, I'll tell you that. Ooh, beautiful. It's beautiful outside today. It is like... Did you hear that? Oh no, those planes, World War II planes, are getting close. Cleaning and painting. Cleaning and painting and mowing and humming. Saren is the only one I know that has help. Her father at least helps her. A naughty glass of wine. Oh, behave. I had a few glasses of wine last night. And my good buddy Bill is coming to town. He's in town, actually, at a conference, and he's going to spend a couple days here. So he's going to be here tomorrow. It is possible we could broadcast because he and I both sing together, and he harmonizes it. Once it takes singing to a different level when you can add layers of harmony. We'll see if we can do that. But he'll be here into next week, I think. Perhaps we'll just go to the beach. We won't go to the beach like laying out at the beach, but, just drive over there, see what's happening. And you know what that means. Yeah. Bill was the guy, was my friend, we used to when we were younger. Now, this is a long time ago. Many of you weren't born then. The hot spot to go was Fort Lauderdale. And there was no South Beach. There was a South Beach. It was disgusting, It isn't what it is today. It was redone. Elisa. Stop. So we went to Fort Lauderdale to play golf. Bill doesn't play golf. And we went about 10 of us would come in from around the States. So I remember we were having dinner at a restaurant on the Intercoastal, and my back was to the water. And I'm looking, and there was a row of tables along the glass, and we're a little elevated. So Bill's looking over my shoulder, and he's making eye contact with some girl there. True story. And he says, that girl's sitting over there by herself. What do you say? Well, go ask her to join us. So her date stood her up, or she was lying, I don't know. So she joins us. So in those days, we used to go to discotheques. That'll tell you how old it is. And in Miami, but in Fort Lauderdale was the place. So we have the dinner, and then we're going to hit the clubs. And Bill has this girl with us. He says, hey, I'm going to take her out. I say, okay, so we have one rental car. That is I think 4 of us had one rental car. So Bill's taking the car. So he goes out and has a great time with her, and we come in, and so in those days also, I'll give you in those days, the next morning in Fort Lauderdale, let's say a Sunday morning, let's call it a Saturday morning, any morning, after you've been out the night before, everybody's lounging at the pool. I don't know if you remember this, but those of you who remember, you're just hanging at the pool, you're hungover, you're drinking Bloody Marys, you're just having a good time, but you are wasted. You may have had an hour's sleep, and you're getting sleep at the pool. And Bill comes up, hey, how you doing? All fresh, and, Bill must have gotten lucky last night, but so where are we going? So we decide we're going to go out for lunch. So everybody gets ready, and we meet down where the valet is going to bring the car around. Now, the car's in my name. Bill hates when I tell this story. So I give him the ticket. I don't give him the ticket. So, Bill, you got the ticket? Yeah, I got the ticket. And the car comes up. It's got a huge ass dent in the side of this car I rented. I said, Bill, what the fuck? What happened? I don't know. I don't know. That was hilarious. Unbelievable. A dent. I mean, a huge dent in the car. Oh, shit. So, we're going around. We don't let that bother us. In those days, we didn't let those things bother us because back in those days, you return a rental car. Here's what I said. I take the rental car back at the airport, and I check it in. And I say to the guy, hey, man, I checked in like 3 in the morning, and I didn't walk around the car. And this car was messed up. I mean, look at this. He looks at me. Really? So I said, I'm telling you the truth. All right. So we gave the guy like $50. He said, no problem. We got this. Yeah, you're right. It did come in that way. Never heard word one about it. Whew. You can't do that today. I still, every time I see Bill, and it's been 3-4 years now, I will bring up that story. It's always a good story. People like to hear that. We still don't know what happened to the girl. He claims there was no dent there, but the thing clearly in a parking garage, you know how they have those round cement pillars? It was just crushed in. So consequently, on following trips, Bill didn't get to drive by himself. And that's it. Yeah, we got off lucky. See you, George. Have a good one. So, yeah, those were the days when you could get away with that stuff. You didn't think you'd get away with it. I was holding my breath the entire time. I was never, that was it. And that was probably maybe 78 or 9, maybe 80. 80 was discoing, right? Yeah, 70s and 80s, yeah. And then I got in trouble too because I had a friend arrive who used to work for the airlines, and she just happened to show up, and they said, you're cheating. We're supposed to be here and just supposed to we go out and see where. I said, man, I can't wait for you clowns. So anyway. So I made sure I had a dance partner and other things. And you can let your imagination wander. So, I hope I'm not talking out of school here. Probably not. You don't know Bill, you don't know. You know me, but it doesn't matter. And it was in the early. Well, it was a good while ago, actually. Probably less than half my age. Mm-hmm. Dance partner, yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. I had a dance partner show up. And this was the kind of dance partner that she'd walk into a place and everybody said, because she, knew how to dress and all that kind of stuff. She was the kind, and back in those days, guys were a little more forward, and they didn't care if you were with somebody and might say something. They wouldn't do that when I'm standing there. So I'd have my friend, hey, stand with her while I go to the men's room. As if I could trust my friends. Bill, yes, I could for a couple minutes. At least till I got back. Oh, it's cloudy and chilly. Sorry to hear that, Sarah. Is it anyone up? I could always look up the weather forecast for this evening's game in our nation's capital. Siri, what's the weather in Washington, D.C.?
Here's the forecast for Washington, District of Columbia for today.
Ouch. A high of 60? Woo! That's chilly. To give you an idea, what's our high today? I know there's a cold front coming through. Oh, it's right. It's chilly right now. It says it's 83 degrees and feels like 90. Really, they don't care if you're with someone? Ugh. I figured we need to elevate the venues we went to because, in the better place, you go to the better hotels, you go to different places. Back then, it didn't matter so much. Someone would respect that you're with talent. I mean, you're with a friend. The cool weather is a nice change. Here, when we want to change, we go indoors where the air conditioning's on. I'm knocking on wood. My air conditioner the same air. Every time I have it on a plan where they come in and they service it every twice a year, every 6 months. And every time they tell me, you need to replace this. Okay, thanks. Let me see, I pay a couple $100 a year for them to come in and tell me I need to replace it, but they replace all the parts and everything, so fingers are crossed. And Saren has reported in, it's 56 degrees Fahrenheit. That F is for Fahrenheit, those of you who know are sea people. Really, temperature, if you look at it, temperature F is a bad word. And in the UK and in Europe, C is a bad word. So I wonder why that is why it worked out with, I don't know, it's just interesting, isn't it? Like the effing temperature. Oh, yeah. Anyway. They will still chat you up. You don't mind them chatting you up, Sarah, or you don't mind the temperature? It's 18C in my house. Let me convert that. Convert 78 degrees, would you? 78 degrees. That's the temperature I keep my house. We've had this discussion before. It's because of where I live. When you're in a tropical climate, you can up that because outside, it's 90. So 78 degrees is nice and cool, a nice change. When I lived in Washington or New York, the temperature, in the summer would be 72, maybe. But I leave it at 78 degrees around the clock. And it's nice. I don't think it stresses the system too much. And it's very nice. And most people that I speak to that are Floridians, I'm not, I'm a transplant, they keep it 77, 78 degrees. Kathy is 50 degrees in New Jersey. The lovely weather girl from, I like when you point to the map like that. Whoa, that's pretty cool. And you say it's really low and you bend over. But you're supposed to face the camera, Kathy. Gosh, being on TV 101. 78 Fahrenheit is 25.5 Celsius. Did you just pick 78? Oh, 78, my 78, yes. 78 in the house, yes. Yeah, so it's warmer in here then, right? Yeah, a lot warmer. But it isn't really, it's cool. When it is 95 or feels like 90, hot and humid outside. When you guys visit, you'll see the difference. I do have a friend whose wife needs it very cold, and they keep it at 69 degrees. I said, how do you even walk into it? It's like walking into an icebox. He says, I know, we wear sweaters. Yeah. Well, you could always take your clothes off, but you would think it's too hot. It is delightful. And until you visit, you wouldn't know that. So, but trust me, I don't like to be uncomfortable at all. Sorry, I'm new. Well, you're a keeper because the crew didn't tell you you're supposed to turn around and face the camera. They let you bend over, but they'll do that. They don't go on camera. They don't care. They have the headsets on. They're talking to one and say, look at the new weather girl. See, you can't hear them say that. But just remember, you look for the red light. In this case, it's a green light. Look at the light, and then you'll be focused on it. So just remember that. All right, who's over here on this? Yeah, well, River East 99. I'm glad you translated that. you're just wandering in River East, there are plenty more folks if you'd like to chat on YouTube, or invite your friends. Yeah, there you go. You'd be very comfortable here, Sarah. It is cooler when you sleep. When you sleep. When you sleep. Yep. Some people do that. They turn it cooler. I find that just leaving at the same temperature, sometimes, this is really funny. I'm wearing shorts now, but I can just be lounging around, and depending on what I'm eating, and then suddenly I just get really chilly. I'll say to Angela, God, check that temperature. Because sometimes if it drops down to 77, you realize it. And sometimes if, it goes down to 76, you're freezing. 78, just cold. The humidity, yeah, it's steamy. Humidity makes a difference. Humidity. It's like P. Diddy's brother, humidity. Now, for your listening pleasure, humidity. That's a good name of a rapper, right? Humidity. Maybe not. Well, let's see. On Tuesday, well, I'm not a doctor's appointment, but I won't be on Tuesday. Sorry, I'm new. That was our new weather girl. Sexy plans for the weekend. Well, my buddy will be here. I don't know when Angela's coming back down, but I'll have to talk to her about this, giving her sleeping during the day, she may want to wait a couple days because we'll get up in the morning and just make a hell of a lot of racket. Yeah, let's go Nats. Yes, go Nats when they cheer it. Go Nats. Sounds like go Nads. Okay. I'm really close to the deck of the aircraft carrier. This is World War II, of course. Don't get on that plane. It doesn't sound like it's going to go very far. No sexy plans for me. How about you, Claire? You always have sexy plans. Kathy, we don't even have to ask. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I have a built-in, what is it, dehumidifier. I have one. It was for when you leave, and then I have a new thermostat, and the guy told me we don't even put those in anymore. But my instruments, all of this stays okay. My guitars, they tune down, which is interesting. If I leave, overnight, I have to always tune them up. This one I did, by the way. Wow, that's a big glass of sangria. Now, I'm not a sangria drinker. Angela says she likes it, although I've never seen her really drink any. Maybe at a bar and sip some, but she's not a big drinker. Um, I know that. Every weekend is sexy for you, Claire, and good on the person who's with you. I mean, lucky for that person. Sangria. Sangria is too sweet for me. It's too sweet. I prefer a drier wine with, less sugar. The Bible and the Bermuda Triangle. So those are two, oh man. I wouldn't imagine that those two items colliding in the same sentence. The Bermuda Triangle is proven, and for a lot of different reasons. There are a lot of sunken treasure there, a lot of sunken ships that have collided there, a lot of airplanes that have gone into the sea in the Bermuda Triangle. I was party to pulling a craft that had been at sea for 40 days out of the Bermuda Triangle when I was in the Navy. And we took it back to port, and they were complaining because our screw guards, okay, I know what you're going to say with that, but our screw guards stick out from the rear of our vessel so that the screws, those are the propellers, I know where you're going, girls, but the screws are protected by the screw guards. And in heavy seas, the ship goes up, and the screw guards came down on the canopy of the cabin cruiser. But before that, the captain asks, do you want to be brought aboard? Yes, we want to. We've been out here for 20 days. Okay. So at that point, it becomes property of the Navy. But we don't take those things. We give it to the owner, of course. The owner had chartered it to these guys. The owner was complaining that it was destroyed by the Navy, and the Navy said, well, if you want to play that card, we'll just keep it because that's maritime law. So they settled that. Screw guard, yeah. I'm the screw guard. I'll watch over the screwing here. Rioja. You know how I love the Rioja. I do like, I like a crisp white wine on occasion. I like it to be dry. I like a Fumé Blanc. Or is it Fumé or the Sauvignon Blanc? They're pretty close. I also like cabs. I love cabs. Cabernet. Okay, a Cabernet Sauvignon. All right. Screw guard, the Bible. Okay, the guy that I like a lot. She's in the guy that I like a lot. She's in her late 20s, and we have a good relationship and friendship now going. Thanks for your. Got a title, I guess. I caught username from a book that was in paper printed back in this. Angelo Lucetta. Angela or Angelo? I have to go. It's Angelo. Yeah, that's right. When it comes up here on this little thing here in front of me, it's harder to read, but over here I have the black background. I can see it better. Well, I'm glad you like our channel. Thanks so much. Keep watching. Yeah. We're bound to put something up new eventually. And you're certainly welcome here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yes. You might catch us this weekend doing something. An age gap relationship. Remember, you can reach us on Instagram at May December Society. We are on Facebook, and Claire, visibly here, always around. That's Claire's domain. She is the chief cook, bottle washer, and diaper changer of Facebook group May December Society. And she's in charge, so anything Facebook, you talk to her. MayDecemberSociety.com is a private website, and you can talk to me personally in private message. You can go there and get a ton of support from many, 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 many people who support age gap relationships. Where else are we? We don't want to get rid of you, dear. Well, you're very welcome. And I've been to Kentucky. I like Kentucky. Did a commercial there. Maybe you've seen it. It won an award, and I forget what it was for. It was in Louisville. So, thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again, the Bible and the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Don't want to get rid of you. We have other plans for you. They have other plans for you, Claire. Open up wide and say, ah. I don't know where that came from. It's just, it's kind of like the other end of slide down, I guess. Do not worry. This is laughing glass. You won't feel a thing as far as you know. Ooh, the dentist, yeah. Maybe we'll have a dentist and a doctor. Well, he's a doctor, but you know. All right. I have to go today. I have to be, well, about 12:15. I have to leave here because I have to get ready. I'm going to get my back and neck cracked again today. So, the chiropractor. And then after that, I've got to go to the grocery store, the supermarket, the wherever. Since Bill will be here, I need to get more beer. Then, well, I might go hit some bowls. So I don't understand. Sometimes the speaker here should use a cell phone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and come back and see us. The Bible and the Bermuda Triangle. You just my food deliverer. So you have the food delivered, I see. Well, if I did that, I would never leave here. Well, Angela would never leave. I don't mind going to the store. I don't mind. They must be some pretty active groceries if they achieve that. Oh, you're talking about you wait for them to arrive. Oh, okay. I was like, really? I've got to shop where you shop, I think. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. You must wait for the groceries to arrive. I mean, you could be there a long time if you're waiting for them to achieve, you know. I'm thinking. But that's probably better for you if you have to wait that long, long time. I think we're getting a field of grocery shopping. It's becoming more clear, though. It's becoming clear. Clarity. Ah, so when we get to the pole dancing class, that could be your name, Clarity. On the main stage now, ladies and gentlemen, Clarity. I've only heard that there are main stages and side stages. I wouldn't know. I read a book. I read a book. Some of the VIP rooms and stuff like that, I think they call them. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't know. You know, I just, innocent person. I have no clue. That is a great pole dancing named Clarity. On the main stage. On the main stage. And the only thing you have to wear is a garter to collect some of your money. You can have that name. It's for you, dear. Clarity. That can be your name in Naked Twister, too. Naked Twister. My. We haven't been there yet, did we? What do we have? You know, I'm concerned about Eve Vegan. We haven't seen her. Yes. Imagine this, the only naked. The naked version. Why, my girlfriends are all here. Joy, Joy. They're all of my girlfriends. They're my teasing girlfriends. They tease me. Some even Skype with less than appropriate apparel. And sometimes when I see that, it takes me almost an hour to disconnect. Well, you know, I'm not really that tech savvy to know how to do that. No. Joy, Joy, don't spread rumors on me now. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, well, I would be one exhausted person every morning coming in here, I'll tell you that right now. I'd have to give you remote broadcasts from different venues. Poor ears. Joy, Joy, you're trying to scoop the press? You know, that's what they wanted when they wanted to film us. They wanted something really racy or something happening, or do a video that ends up in a mariage or something. You know, that's a big old commitment when it comes to a TV show, if you get my idea. Why, it may not even make the air, so. Oh my God. I liked your reaction, Joy. That's wow, huh? Yeah, no, nothing of that kind to report. Nothing of that nature. Yeah, some do show up in those items, Kathy. Well, that's nice. Be careful with the newspapers over there. We've been in those. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of not like, you know. Yeah. Yes, it's the right thing to do. I mean, we have no shame over here, the Yanks, but the Yanks, what a good name for us. Yeah, they're trashy. As I have magazines over here to my right, and some of them say things that we didn't say. Well, they try to spice it up a little bit. The tabloids. But the Reader's Digest we were in, that was really good. Reader's Digest is just so lovely, so easy. This is the Reader's Digest motion. You don't know that? You're unaware of Reader's Digest? This is what they do. Because it's not a magazine, it's a Reader's Digest. You are very interesting. Are you kidding me? First of all, you're the mum of 3 beautiful children. Your husband and you make a dashing couple. You could be royalty. Although don't let the Queen know, she will not approve of your behavior, especially with me. The Queen dissed me a long time ago. But it was this kind of Queen. So, no, the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mario. That's what we should call Mario. Queen Mario. No, but I think his partner's the wife. I don't know. We're going to find out from Mario. We can get, and you might say, wow, that's really rude. It's not rude. He's like family to me. As a matter of fact, in my extended family, there are the LGBTQ plus XYZ are all in that family. Complete. I mean, whatever you could think. There's a relation to me either through blood or marriage. So just think of that. So we are very friendly to everyone. Because really, your business is none of my business, except I like to hear it. I love to hear your business. I like to know you're getting busy. And who you're getting busy with is really your business, but you can tell me. And I really like it when you tell me you're getting busy and then you do a Skype and you're showing me, well, what did you wear that? Here, I'll show you. Fashion shows are the best. Now, if Kristen was here, she would know what you mean. She does the, Kristen Live does the, she gets these things and tries them on, but she doesn't show you trying them on. And I think that's the flaw in her thing there. That's the flaw in her production. And if I was in charge of a production, I think that would bring in a lot more viewers. You know what I mean? Just so you pull the curtain as she goes into the dressing room, but then the camera just, I mean, she would know about it, not secretly, of course, but I think that would really jazz things up a bit. So if you know her, tell her. I'll tell her when she shows up, or maybe I won't. Yeah, I will. But that would be great, I mean, there's someone standing beside you. Turn around, look at me. So they're standing behind her. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube is, I mean, they're getting a conscience. I mean, what is up with that? Twitch would allow it. Twitch allows everything. Well, I don't think they allow everything. I think you have to go to Cam Daddies or something like that, Cam Girls. On, I heard there's something called, what's named after a rodent? X, mouse, X, X-rat. I wouldn't know. But anyway, you know, like that too. I don't know if anybody wanders to those things. I would like a report on those because I just don't know. I've never seen them. I read a lot, though. Yeah, I heard. I heard it through a grapevine. I guess you're wondering how I knew. That's funny, Joy, my poor ears. Yeah, thank you. That was a great article in Reader's Digest. Thanks. And thanks for sharing that with us. Reader's Digest. They actually got it right. When I was getting on, who was Skyping you? You were still in your lingerie. Me? Lingerie. Oh, lingerie. 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 So you got all dressed up and you came to the YouTube. Learning more about you. We all have a naughty side. Joy. Is there a Skype in our future? Okay, so yes, we all have a naughty side of some sorts. I mean, you know, we're all just, you know, creatures of some habits or another. You see? Yeah, that's nice. Good on it. Well, you mean Kathy was naked when you Skyped? Well, why am I not surprised? Ethan. Hello, Ethan, and welcome to the den of iniquity. The den of Jablonski. Or McAllister Hall, please. McAllister Hall. Jablonski House. We all have very upstanding names. These are all secret clubs, dungeons some. You were thinking of getting a worker's permit. Well, why are you hesitating? How old are you? Let's start with that. What do you say? 14? Wow, you probably shouldn't even be here. This is an adult broadcast for the adult entertainment system. But it's YouTube, so you know. When Angela and I did videos, YouTube, they had at the time an algorithm that would really take people and ramp them up. You know how we got 16 million views or 12 million views on one. And a lot of people would say, why is this being sent to me? Why is this being sent to me? I was looking at Barbie dolls. Well, maybe that's a bad example, but you know what I mean. So Madam McAllister's House of Fun, or Clarity McAllister appearing nightly. Clarity McAllister appearing nightly. I like that. Mm-hmm. You're learning more about me, Joy, 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 Joy. Well, there are some adults here, if they're children, so, you know, mind yourself. I was in the UK many years ago. I mean, I've been since, but I was in the UK when I was in the Navy, and we were not anchored out. We were moored in a very industrial area, and I remember children, a horn sound, and children at the side of a building, just a door that was not really visible, but it became a door, opened up the side of a building, and these children came running out. And they wanted us to do, and it was child labor. And they would sound the horn, and they all had to come back and work. And I asked one young boy, I said, what do you do with your money? I'll give it to my mom. And we just, all of us there would give them money. We'd have them go get us a soda or something, you know, bring back to the ship because we're working. And, you know, we give them like $20, and it was like 2 weeks worth of pay for them. But it was just ridiculous. I mean, those laws have changed, I believe, in the UK now. But they used to have, this was in the 70s, early 70s. So there was still some of that going on. In your state, you need to be under the age of 16 for a worker's permit. That sounds about right. I have no idea. So you should, if you wanted to go to work, I guess you should do that. I'd like to remind everyone, as Mr. Bott says, join MayDecemberSociety.com. You must be 18 to join MayDecemberSociety.com. We go by the U.S. standard of inequities because that's where we are. I mean, if I was in India, we wouldn't put an age requirement there. But it's unlikely that I would be in India opening up a, you know. Well, if you're being truthful, Ethan, you'll find out soon enough what it's like to work. Enjoy your time that you don't have to work. Okay. The House of Fun, Madam McAllister's House of Fun. Clarity appearing nightly. Madam McAllister's. So, what else, ladies and gentlemen? What do you make? Oh, sangria. I made it once. Oh, sangria. Yeah. To me, it's too sweet. I think I already mentioned. But please, go right ahead. That sounds delightful. And I would not be so rude as not to take a glass if you had made it. I would do that. And if you kept serving me glasses of it and I kept taking it, then I cannot, you know, be. If I fall asleep, you know, let me know. YouTube, yeah, YouTube can be very boring and is way too restrictive. Claire, I see your Brexit was extended yet another time, wasn't it? Longer. Boris. My name is Boris. That's a lovely photo of you, Sarah. Yes, and that would be very nice of you to be, to make it less sweet. But isn't that sort of it? Part of it? Sangria. Do you? Why, I wouldn't know that. I told Angela that one Wednesday, on Wine Wednesday, except it's so early for me, maybe I'd start sipping wine and then no telling what, that truth serum would do. Oh, you're waiting to see if they will extend it. So you guys need an extender, an extension. You need an extension. I wonder if it's something like this. I don't have anything really to show you today. I've got this. This is a magic wand of sorts. But it's really Vino Veritas. This is, this is open up. Let me see. This is the doctor will be using this next time. So these glasses, let me see, I gotta put these back in. Oh, God, Joe, are you kidding me, mate? A friend of mine, my friend Bruce, his girlfriend is optometrist or optician, I think. Whenever she sees me, she always takes my glasses and cleans them for me. So I should go down there. I wouldn't do that, yes. Oh, man, I look terrible today. Looks like I had a long night. It's actually all the sports that's happening. And, well, Veritas, yes. In vitro Veritas. And so, the story goes, she was naked. And oh, man. You're so nice to say that. Well, I see the age, just getting old. Getting old is, as I say, and I've told you before, all of you, I tell Angela, age is a terrible thing. I mean, it happens to all of us, but why does it have to be so excruciating? My thing, I was writing a story. We all live to be 100. Okay? Everyone lives to be 100, and it is an enormous party. It is a great party for everyone. And people start planning the party like 10 years before. But to be 100 years old, you are not debilitated. It's just, you are at your best the whole time. However you were at your best, you are as you age. And people like you, and there's no, everything is terrific. Everything is wonderful. And as it comes close, when you reach 100, you have a huge party and say goodbye to everyone because, they're, want to have their party too. And then you have a couple of drinks, you go to sleep, and that's it. No pain, nothing, no suffering. Family doesn't suffer because it's almost as if everyone is looking forward to that. I mean, it's 100 years now. So, and then I have these short stories, and there were some other aspects of it as well. See, you live to be 100 whether you like it or not. But if you do something wrong, that stays with you. Now, if, for example, there was this is crazy. This is a storyline, and I remember from years ago. If there was an accident, and let's say, a family was unfortunately killed. Well, the family, they wake up at the scene, but the drunken driver who drives, he maybe lost his leg or something in the accident. Let's just say, as an example, he remains crippled by that because it was his action that does that. So people strive to put on, like prosthesis, right? So that when they walk along, I mean, it's very involved, because you cannot, if you want to go for a job, in my story, if you want to get a job, one of the requirements is they can ask anything, are you a whole person, is what they say. Are you a whole person? Which means you haven't done anything in your life that has caused you to be debilitated or you harmed others. And so the person that lost their leg may have a prosthetic on, and they may be wearing long pants, and they may lie and say no. But if they're found out, then they go to prison. I mean, it's fair. So you have to be righteous. You have to do the right thing all the time. Very interesting. It's what goes on up here sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it was very involved. They will remain whole. But if you were doing something wrong, what happened to you, you would remain harmed. So it has a weird, it could go in a lot of directions, and it could end in many different ways. But anyway, 100 years. So it would say the party. Oh, when is he having his party? When's the party? The party be a big thing, and it would be very accepted, and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for the wonderful 100 years. It was fantastic. We're glad you had a great 100 years. Very, very civilized, very nice. But people would fuck it. I mean, would fuck it up. They would. You see, what would happen is it would really test people's mettle. I would stay whole the whole time because I'm not really going to do anything wrong. I would not. I won't. I don't leave the house and drink maybe one beer and I come home, because I am fearful and grown and mature enough to know it's wrong to do that. So people that are younger would still have the same thing. They would drink and drive. And the parents would be, you have to remain whole. You cannot do that. You want to drink it here. No driving. It would really have severe, I mean, it's not, I made it home. It is almost guaranteed something would happen. Really something to think about. What did someone ask you that you'd be confused about? I'd be so confused if someone asked me that. Well, if you're whole. Is that it? Well, I mean, but if in this is a story, it's fiction. A story, if that's what you're going. See, the thing is, but here's the deal. He appears to be whole, but what if something up here is missing? Whoa, this could spin off. You could have a leader of the free world. That could be apparently whole, but then big issues. This may be more of a episodic thing, Claire. This can go in a lot of different ways. Yeah. I mean that is yes. I understand, Sarah. I understand. I looked out here because I see your pretty face and you're writing there. It's really weird for me. I wish I could scroll right up there so I could look at the camera, but it can't. Probably could. If I moved you over there. The thing is, I've tried this word shrinks up too much. Let's look at this. Here goes Joe trying to do something is ill prepared for. Okay, watch this. See, I can't get this to collapse high enough. So the best I could do is right here. But then I only see what the last thing was that was written. because I could scroll down here, then I'm looking down like that. So as soon as you can remedy that, folks, I will do it. Do you see the dilemma, Claire? Do you see it? You brainiacs with tech, let me know, okay? If I could get what you're saying, the program, though YouTube is not equipped to do that. Yeah, you'd watch that show. No, I could put it up top here, right in my forehead. You could see that, right? But that doesn't, I get the stuff over here quicker. Oh, well, it's just a thing. So I won't explain why I'm looking here at you, Saren, when I should be looking at you. Say, I get it, Saren. I try to do that. I do try to give some... in acting class, you'll learn, and many of you know, that if you are looking and you're following somebody, I always ask, where is my point of focus? You know, that whole, because if you look, you know, say you'll see this on television, sometimes they'll go like this. They're supposed to be watching someone, they'll go like this, and they'll look in the camera. And that is spiking the camera. You don't want to do that. That's the fourth wall. You don't want to break it. So, but yours, and then I could look up. Nah, I'd screw that up. All right. I think I understand. You know, it's kind of, it was an interesting premise, and I wrote for a while about that. I don't know what I did with it. But it was getting very intricate because it was right away, my mind went to writing it how people were going to try to circumvent the rules. You know, people always want to break rules. So, I mean, and the best way, I think I have a very good friend who is a BK, below the knee amputee. He's a great guy, and I always thought about him because he would wear long pants and people wouldn't notice. Then he'd wear shorts and people like, look. Yeah, he says, yeah, I'm used to it. But, you know, if no one could tell, and that means that the only way you lost a limb, the only way possible is that you did harm to someone. That person is whole, but you have to deal with your mistakes. There's no second chance on that. But we'll have to build in like a little buffer, because as a child, you have to understand there has to be a certain date where you are aware and you have to sign off on whatever. You know, there has to be some sort of provision. For children that would make a mistake, it may be different for a child. It doesn't affect them until they turn, you know, by the time they're 15, 16, maybe 18, whatever you make it, they know then. It's like they're awakening. Oh man, I'm liking all this. I'm liking the awakening part. It's an awakening. They've had their awakening. Oh really, how old are his children? Well, 2 have had their awakening. See? You see where this could go. It's brilliant. Okay, that's a stretch. That's a big stretch. Yeah, you know, but people listen and say, Joe, where's the sex talk? Hey, I'm not all sex talk, as far as you know. And then there is the sex provision in my story. Oh, yeah, what if that? What if that is forbidden? How can you forbid? Yes, Claire, you know what I'm talking about. I lost my virginity at 15 or 16, something like that. What if there was a provision? Maybe your hair turned a different color. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny though. It could go a lot of different ways. It could go a lot of different. Now watch, because there's no non-disclosure agreements. Somebody's like, hey, you know, that guy's got some authors writing. Yeah, that's got a good idea. We'll see that book somewhere. Remember the date when I said this, October 25th. in the year 2019. In 2020, by this time, someone's a millionaire with his new book and movie. He's got a screenplay written in the whole 9 yards. That's kind of like a double entendre, isn't it? That you just wrote there. Claire, everyone look at Claire's comment. You'll see what I mean. Or not. Well, you're kind of both ways. You're going to get it both ways and not in a good way. Well, maybe you will. But your hair's going to turn a different color every day. And that's hilarious. And the woman with the string, protecting her children, like little school children, they all are inside the ropes walking behind. What if the teacher walking her hair's changing color like a neon sign as she's bringing all these children up? Oh, I wonder if they're her children. Don't know. You people have a vivid imagination. This is Steph. Steph. Hello. Steph. There's Steph. Oh, well. Claire, we could go through a couple bottles of wine just discussing that. But we better hope it's not a true story, though. There's no telling what would happen. Well, funny. Okay, I went on about that. What else have I written? I wrote a little thing about an FBI agent at one time. You all know about Matt Walsh. Well, I wrote a story about him. Angela was a young upstart who joined the bureau and was my now boss because they passed me over because they thought I wanted to retire. The premise of this story is that we were dating and she's still giving me shit at work, but no one knows we're dating. And we had a character who was a transfer agent from the FBI office in Oz. That's where he worked. And we played that because he was an agent and he was one of the original Munchkins. And it was he's a small person, a great guy, and very smart. But it was funny, and he's an actor, and he would play the role. And we had some great shots we filmed. We were directing. Angela and I were both directing, and one of the shots we had of my friend Bob was sitting in the chair, and his legs were sticking out. He couldn't reach the floor, is the point. And so they would show that he's talking this big meeting, and they're panning from me. He's talking to me, right? And they pan down, and they get a shot of him sitting in a chair, and his feet don't hit the floor as he tells us, "Well, I'm from Oz." It was hilarious. Yeah, there was a clip of that in the Age Gap show, just not of him, but there were some people there that were in that show. We started. It's unfinished, unfinished business. Producing something is very difficult. It takes money, first of all. And we had people that devoted time on the weekend for that. When you do something that is free, you have to do it on the weekend when people are available, because most people, not saying most, Kathy, I know you work on the weekends, and a lot of people do, but most are available on the weekend. So, people devote their time and we just couldn't keep it going. Perhaps I wasn't driven enough to do it. Major domo, which I got a man's man who takes care of him, right? And but my major domo, Jim, great guy. He's a big guy, had a beard, and his nuance, which didn't faze me at all, is that he was a cross-dresser. right? My major domo. So he's taking care of this FBI agent, and he's a cross-dresser, but nobody knew that. And it never phased the character, my character, never phased it. So if I'd be getting ready, how do I look for this date? You look great, boss. You look great. I'm asking boys, yeah, you look great. It should be a good date for you, or something crap like that, or work will be good, right? And then it would pan on me. So you're really thinking, he says, and I'm looking at myself, and the line was something like, boss, you look great, but you didn't comment on me. Now, no one knows that he's a cross-dresser. And then he's on the couch, just lounging there in a blue dress. And I look around and people would be shocked and they're laughing. And I just go, yeah, I mean, it suits you. I'd tell you if it didn't, right? I turn around. So it's kind of funny. Oh, man. See, when stuff in this head starts spilling out, it's bizarre. Yeah, bizarre world. Yeah, it would have been a funny show. It's Monty Python-ish, but it was more polished. We're in a scene, we were in the process of getting a convenience store because we needed to have him foil a crime. And it happened with, I forget the story, but it was throwing a tennis shoe that hit the guy holding up the store in the head, and he gets knocked out. It was nuts. Yeah. Well, thank you. A lot of different ideas over the years. May December Society was a good one. That kind of stuck. Imagine older people and younger people getting together. As if that's never happened before. But why are we so maligned? I don't know. Right? In history, it has always happened. It happened. The reproductive years were deemed to be so young, So back in whenever medieval times, and it was happening all the time. It was like, no, you can't go with her. She's far too young. There was none of that. Suddenly someone grew a conscience or something. So what am I saying? I was born at the wrong time? No, I was born at the right time. At the right time. It's the right time of the night. What's the rest of that verse? Oh, that's sweet of you to say, Claire. There are wonderful people. I've met them too. Many, 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 many of you are just wonderful, outstanding people. And it'd be so nice to meet you all in person. The Skype thing is nice. I wish we could do Skype, like 4 corners, picture, picture, picture. I don't know if you can do that. And then you were seeing all 4, and everyone's seeing, Does that exist? Probably. Probably it's doable, but I don't know. So, Sarah, are you still giving lessons? Viola and violin? Still doing that, I hope. As talented as you are, I can't imagine you not doing that. See, that would be a funny thing to film. Say, for example, You have a new student, and I have him sit down and we'll play something for. Oh, that's lovely. Well, let me show you how I play that. And then I pick it up and can't play it at all, right? And then I would go, seriously, Tim, isn't that lovely? Don't you feel better if you? And of course, you're filming the child's face. Don't you think? Oh, I love the way you do that. But look, if you try it this way, you'll have much more success as you get older. Sarah, that would be hilarious. You know that'd be funny. I mean, I guess. Mm-hmm. What happened to Kathy? Did she leave and I didn't see her slip out the back door? You know her, she's probably getting busy somewhere. You have not got back to teaching? No. Oh. Well, I'm sad about that because you were so talented. And you seem to have the lovely disposition that a young person would benefit from. An old person, of course, but would certainly benefit. You will. You'll get back to her. And so where you are now, are you performing? You haven't made a connection with other musicians yet You could play by yourself, though. I mean, right? Weddings and just beautiful background music. People will hear. I love a violin. I was thinking of a song. It was a Dixie Chicks song, and I thought of you because you could play that. Which one is that? They use violin a lot. So, excuse me. So that would be great. And it'd be great for all of us to get together, all of us who play an instrument. I am an example of not accomplishing it, but many of you are accomplished on what you do. Do I like You mean Skype? I wish we lived close together. We could come up with something. Skepta. I don't know Skepta. Okay. Kathy's at work. I'm glad someone's making money. Well, you're very busy. 3 children. No husband, 3 children. So, but you can always learn. Saren has always told me it's never too late. I originally took up the violin because I thought carrying the case to school was a cool thing. So you kind of know where my mind goes. I was already creating a sitcom in my head. I will look them up. I will look them up. Yes, I know that, hon. I know that. I do know that. And my heart goes out to you. But you'll get there. You will get there. You should We should Skype sometime or talk on the phone. We should do that. There you go. So Amy Winehouse, I told you that tragic story, and I 27 years old. She'd be 35 today. You know, Getting back to it will be a challenge. Well, you have many friends. Many friends. Amy Winehouse did. She got hooked on drugs by her friends. Good, real good friends they were. But, yeah. She does a song that, I don't know. If I lived down the streets there, and the music-wise, we could get that rocking and rolling again. Yep. Striper, no. Striper isn't around today. I'm not sure why. Sometimes he tells me why. And of course, you all know me. And he could have told me, and I don't know. I don't remember. But usually, sometimes he's around listening, though. So that is a possibility as well. Apparently, there are people that, other than Kathy, we know Kathy does that at work, others at work who listen. You know, Angela listens to, are they vlogs or blogs all the time. So that's just a recorded opinion show or something like that, right? You're just talking. So maybe some people tune in here because I'm much more, I try to be more chatty about things and different things than before. And I have been an actor before. Yeah, I don't do much of it anymore, but thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, so, you know, politically speaking, a lot of politics out there. Ange listens to that. Ange, she grew up, I mean, as many of you did, listening to blogs and things like that. I mean, she is homeschooled and self-taught through high school. So her computer, something that would have been impossible for me, never having had any computers when I was her age. You know, if you didn't go to school, then you didn't stand a chance. I mean, many did great things without going to school. I'm not discounting that, but the odds were not in your favor. Answer your question. Yeah. Who is the poster girl? Which poster girl? Sanjay. The thumbnail, you mean? Are you referring to the thumbnail? I believe Amy Winehouse is the thumbnail today. How about would you answer my question, please? The thumbnail photo, yes. If you're talking about the photograph with me, that's my girlfriend Angela. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I'm sitting in dark with my lights. Lights, camera, action. I don't have an overhead light. That's this. It's these clouds. 39 years. Oh, it's a terrible age gap. It's so large an age gap. Yes, it's a fair age gap. That's right. Was it awkward meeting her parents? Well, I'm older than both of her parents. I actually get along very well with her grandparents. Now, many of you may have grandparents still living. Most of my friends do not, because, my mom's in her 90s, as a lot of my friends my age, and so their grandparents also are deceased. But yeah, so it's a big age gap. It was not awkward meeting them. They're both wonderful people. It is a wee bit dark. Okay, I see. It's the clouds. I can light myself up on either side because we have the technology, but then it's too bright. Maybe. A wee bit. 40 years. Wow, Saren. Ah, sweet Danny. Well, I tell you, 40 years. We would round it up, and some of the magazines would round us up a year just because it sounded bigger, greater. And you have a beautiful son. That's great. He was 2 months older than your dad, huh? I'm, I think, 2 years or, maybe. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years maybe older than her mom anyway. Maybe 2 years older than their dad. Yeah. Oh boy. A wee bit. D is older than your parents too. I think that probably happens a lot. Where's that flip in my hair coming from? Oh no. Oh my God, my hair's out of... Oh, I couldn't. Don't look. I'm hideous. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of age gaps in on May December Society. We have members, and we all know people where the female is maybe 40 years older than her mate. And it may be 25, 30 years older, something like that. And in some cases, they're both female, or in some cases, they're both male. We are a loving, open community, a wonderful community. Yeah, I know. You didn't care. No, well, of course. Your parents are weird, though, Claire. I mean, let's straighten this out right now. If I had a daughter, I would be so. I mean, I love my son so much. I could use my son for example. I could never ostracize anyone, as you could not with your children. Yet parents sometimes are cut from a different cloth. Maybe they're influenced by religion. My parents were sure influenced by religion. I didn't pay any attention to them. I mean, when I was little, I didn't have any choice. As you all know my position, you have no choice. And there would be no religion if we waited till everyone was 21. But you're not the weird one, dear. Not at all. and we all go through different hardships in life, you know, but we make it out on the other end. You know, maybe we're wiser. Maybe we don't get out unscathed, perhaps emotionally, but you know, we have to press on. We do have to press on, and we can't. I'm not big on holding grudges and stuff like that. I mean, geez, come on. I don't hold a grudge. I don't. And I don't blame my parents for me having been raised a Catholic. They had no choice either. It's just, you know, it's a cyclical thing. It's one generation to the next because they don't know any better. But again, if anyone clings to the religion, by all means do that because it has helped so many. How old is my partner? Are you asking me? I'm trying to look here. Okay. You're 20 living in England, and if you went out with a girl that's a lot younger, people would call me names. Well, you know, at 20, your age range is not as, you know, it's got to be a little closer because, yeah, I know why they would do that. I have a 39-year age gap, but people just look at us, you know. If you're 20 and you go out with someone 17, for example, yeah, they might, you know, I mean, I can remember a 24-year-old. I went out with a 24-year-old once when I was 18. My mother went through the roof. My father even spoke to me about this. Deaf ears, but, you know. It's so funny to think of now. So I was into older women, you know, reaching, and then that flipped over. And I went out with, you know, in my, well, how old was I? I mean, my 30s, someone 6, 7 years older than me. But then I turn around and go out with someone my age till I got a little older. But really, no more than 9, 14 years. And I didn't think that was an age gap relationship. Honestly, it never dawned on me until I met Angela. And then I thought, God, she's so young. And some photographs of her just, you know, wow, so young. And people noticed. And then they started noticing me. And they'd say, but, you know, and I'd see people shake their heads. And then they'd look at us. But, you know, you get used to it and, you know, you just don't, I don't care. My partner, if you're asking me, Angela, is 27. Right, 27, yeah. My son is 29. She's 2 years younger. 27, yes, I knew that. Claire, how old are you? Are you you're 27 or 28 now? 27, I think, right? A gentleman never asks a lady her age. We're different here. We're like family. Familia. Familia. It's an interesting name that person has. Claire, what do you think? I'm reading a comment over here somebody made, which is really ridiculous. Well, that's your jam, man. Date people your own age. It's great. If that experience works out for you, you can both wander the world and learn things together. Not knocking it. We've all done that. We do not have children together. Many here do. Many here, friends of mine, do have children with their spouses or significant other, and they are in an age gap relationship. Okay. Kathy's 27. Angela's 27. Claire is around 27, I think. How much do I pay her? You had a car from work? I had a car from work. Okay, well, I was asking you your age. Oh, you're 28 now. 28. 28. We lost Amy Winehouse when she was 27. Oh, that's funny. I was reading Claire's. I'm 28 and I'll be 30 in 2 weeks. I said, man, those kids are aging fast. Yes, Aaron, that's a great age, 30. We welcome you to the 30s. I've already been there a long time ago, but that's a great age. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Well, it is interesting. I don't know why they call you a nonce, but maybe you are. I don't know why. Because you date someone, what, 16 or something? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so, which, by the way, it would not be too crazy if you're 19. But 19 maybe. When I was 19, was I interested in 16-year-olds? No, when I was 19, I was interested in 27-year-olds. That's just me. She does. Wait a minute, 30? You should look great at 32. She looks great. Yeah, she's 30. 30 is young. She looks younger than 30, doesn't she? Yes, she does. I look younger than 85. Marginally. I feel it today. Claire, by the way, we know what ka is. We know ka means call. Saren's beautiful. So, yes, that's pretty much what's going on here. There's some activity over here. A lot of people seem to think I look younger. Yes, of course, right. Well, how could they not? A lot of people are right. Is Daniel doing okay? How's he doing? All right? getting on with school and everything? Other children, friends? I'm asking us, Sarah, and I know both you and Claire have Daniels. It's a great name. You like to clarify. Ah, there you go, clarify. Oh, with clarity, with clairvoyance. Draw a blank now. Hmm. Well, I'm hoping that's not every day. You're at the liquor store. Well, of course they want to do that, you know. And you do look very young. You do look younger than you are. Wow, that's an interesting response. Well, that's great. Well, you know what? That's terrific. And the longer they card you, the better. You would be a candidate to work for the Food and Beverage Administration or whoever that enforces the law of people selling to young folks, you know. That's right, you could see. You know, they have people that look so, let me see, look older buying alcohol from some of these places. You would fool them every time, so they wouldn't know what they're doing. But they check your ID. So you could go in there, they check your ID, and someone who looks older but is actually younger, they don't check. Bing, they nab them. They kind of set those people up. You're the other end of it. You look very young, and so they're going to check. I guess, yeah, that would be then that wouldn't be fair. They couldn't do that, but maybe they're not always fair. They set people up. Yes, I would ask you your age if I was selling alcohol too. That's why they started years ago those wristbands, because they could not count on their wait staff. I mean, and really, the wait staff have to get an ID before they serve you. If it's a busy place, they're going to lose money. So they didn't want the wait staff to be burdened with that. So the bouncer at the door would be the full responsibility of whether the person is old enough. And they give you a different color wristband. That's why it started. That's so they could see you and keep the business flowing. And besides, you can't, if you're waiting on 10 tables, you know, first of all, you want to serve everyone to run that bill up to get a bigger tip. How old are you? How old are you? How much do you pay her? Oh man, she's paying me now. Are you kidding? I've been here a long time. This is the only job I have, talking to you right now, believe that or not. Kristen Live is coming to us. Kristen, nice to see you again. Happy Friday. Oh, there you go. What is the age in the UK? Is it 21 to drink alcohol? Thank you, Kristen. You have a wonderful weekend too. Thanks for stopping in. We're glad you did. Well, you know, you're just lucky, Saren, just lucky, I guess. 18, yeah. It's good, and that's what it used to be in Washington, D.C., and in Maryland and Virginia it was 21, so all the kids went into D.C., would drink, and drive home. That was a long time ago before they used to give you tickets for driving under the influence. They used to say, you had too much to drink, well, drive carefully. I mean, they used to have driver's license. When I first got a driver's license, and for many years, the driver's license had no photo on them. Can you imagine? No photo. Yes, we're together. Oh, wow, they think they're your. Oh, that's funny. No, these are my children. I can see that, Saren. I understand that. You know, did it make him uncomfortable at all? In the beginning, perhaps? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he wasn't bothered by it at all. That's good. It is a, you get used to things if people are looking at you or, but once people know you, they're relationships. They're relationships, and no two relationships are alike. And age is in fact a number. It's a number some people protest to. On Twitch, and yes, on Twitch, and let me answer this. Twitch and YouTube. Okay, so, hey, good morning, Elizabeth. Wow. And their jaw dropped. No, that's not my daughter, that's my wife. Oh, wow. We never had anything like that happen. Although I was at a restaurant, you may have heard this, and Angela went to the ladies' room, and the woman said to me, would your daughter like another drink? And of course, you can't set me up on that one. I looked around, my daughter's here? Where is she? And her response was, I'm sorry, sir. Don't be. A lot of people make that mistake. Saying hi and bye. That's the Welsh lassie stopped in for a moment, right? She's in over on the other side of town. Are you able to listen, Welsh lassie, whilst you are studying at university, obviously very hard, wearing red? Mm-hmm. So, the chiropractor today, that should be fun. It isn't fun actually at all. At all. As you would say over there across the pond, at all. I'm hanging with the runs of more. Mm-hmm. I'm hanging out with my friends too. They're all here. How much does your dad want to spend? And you should say, enough to make me happy and comfortable. Of course, you don't have to say as dramatically as I just did. Sharing in your musical talent. Yeah, that makes sense, though. I mean, I get that. Musical talent. You'll be back at it. I know you will. Eventually, at your pace. There's no rush for anything. Good, I'm glad he is. I'm glad he is. So what do you guys have planned? Anybody have anything planned special for the weekend? Let's hear from Kathy. Kathy's working. Joe wants me to say something. No, Kathy, I'm teasing. You don't have to say anything. You're at work. I'm sure it'll be some off the wall perversion. Oh, that's cute. American Daniel. That's funny. American Daniel, don't stay away. American Daniel. What was that? American Woman. Oh, yeah. I'm glad they're both doing great. You know, the two Daniel children on the board. American Daniel. Make a fool out of me. Oh, Valerie. right, so, but what else is going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'm trying to put together a Joe lib, a Mad Lib here. Drama Kids, once a week. That's great. And get some out there. Self-expression. It's certainly good also if any children are shy. I don't get the impression that shy though. He's probably, you know, the talent in it coursing through his veins, he's probably very good at that stuff. Does he want to play an instrument, or are you just wherever he leads, right? I mean, no forcing anything, I know. This weekend, a friend of mine is visiting, and we've known each other since we were in the second grade together. So we do some music. We've done that, and I may be tempted to go live if we're in here doing so. He's very talented. He's a one-man show. Suzuki, taking a Suzuki violin class. Okay, does Suzuki make violins? Or is that a different way of playing it? Is that a style? Yes, I know who that person is. It's DJ Moo. Bum, bum, bum. Double today, open to close tomorrow, open Sunday, opening something else Sunday night. Oh, there you go, girl. Opening something else. Only one? Opening something else, you said. Just like one thing. Okay, I got you. Uh-huh. I should probably take the Suzuki method, where I have that Asian girl, Suzuki, sitting in the first chair teaching me. No, that didn't sound right. I shouldn't have said that, but it sounds like it. It sounds like a Japanese method. And watch it not be. Watch it be a Polish method. Suzuki. So does the method require fingers and hands, but you still have to read notes, don't you? Yes, I know that, Claire. Yeah. Got him. That's such a stupid joke. I didn't know that. Timed out. I had deleted it for a moment. I deleted it at top. Well, we both deleted it, I guess. Because I deleted something that said May December side. I guess you are overriding my deletion. Yes, it's Japanese. See? Thank you. But I wasn't inferring that in a racist manner, of course, because, somebody could be Suzuki and they could be American of Japanese heritage. Yeah, so it's a Japanese method that you can. Is it like a school without walls? Is it a instrument without notes? Tag team, that's us. We'll get them, Claire. Tag teamers. That leaves us so much potential. That would be hot. It'd be a tag steam. Tag steam. Yeah. Creating tag steam. What? How do I come up with these words? The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and I am evidence of that. My hair is crazy. So, yeah, tag steam. Suzuki is a particular method. You must be real disciplined to do that on the back of a motorcycle. Okay. Ah, listening. So, sort of playing by ear. So, the Countess from England is now upon us. Speaking of risque, we were just discussing risque Skypes not long ago, and I thought of you, and you might fit in with this group rather nicely. The Playful Countess. Countess, why don't you tell everyone where you are in the UK? So we have many members here who are from England, or a couple anyway. Wow, that is good. Well, that's how I, learned the guitar. I had no idea, just, picking it up. Yeah. Tag steam. That is really great that he's doing that. The Suzuki. I'm going to have to look that up online because I'm curious about that. I've always liked that instrument. But I like the, that hoedown thing. That would be good for it, the country. I mean, I love beautiful music, classical music. But when I think of myself playing something, it would have to be the get down, stomp your foot, and that coming out of my mouth was not a note of any particular kind, but you know what I mean. Near Cambridgeshire. Claire, do we know Cambridgeshire? She sounds lovely. She's a lovely person. Countess, you should join us on YouTube. But it's nice that you're over there taming the shrews. This just wit is just coming out of me. Countess, you arrived when I have about 15 minutes more because I am currently going to be having to leave to run off to the chiropractor. I'm not featuring it. Elizabeth, you found your chicken. Oh my goodness. I'm very happy for you. That's terrific. Wow. You found your chicken. So did the chicken, you think it just scurried off, or was it stuck in the bushes, couldn't get out? Do tell. I like the chicken story. Yes. Elizabeth's chicken. Should write a song about Elizabeth's chicken. I could actually use someone else's notes. Elizabeth's chicken was. Elizabeth couldn't find her anywhere. That's the use the music. That's Sylvia's mother, Elizabeth's chicken. Wasn't anywhere. Boom. Elizabeth's chicken was lost in the bushes. That's an easy fix. We can fix that one. Elizabeth's chicken. Oh. We were concerned about your chicken. I'm glad it worked out a lot better than Angela's when she was little. She had ducks, and well, it didn't work out as well. It was a sad ending. And that is great news. Everything is okay here. You had no idea what? A Gustav Klimt in the background? Yes, she used to have a pasty on her nipple. Yes, of course. We're trying to class up the place a little bit. And of course, we have t-shirts that are readily available for sale. So I encourage you to buy a case of them. Oh, the beautiful news is that she ran out of the bushes to you. Oh, oh, that's so sweet. We're happy now. Let's make sure they're all under roof, if they can be, at night. I don't know if you do that sort of thing. You know, that is really a happy story. And I will keep that with me today because it's good to keep happy thoughts with you. And we all can imagine Elizabeth, and we all can imagine the setting. We can all imagine her with her two other chickens. And suddenly, the one she thought might have been taken forever appears. So, and the joy bringing tears on her cheeks. I love that story. It's a great one. You could turn that into, actually, Claire, a bedtime story for the children. Have a wonderful weekend, Elizabeth, and thank you for that great news. I'm very happy. Happy for you. And happy for the chicken missing. That's not missing any longer. Yay. Oh, that's sweet. We have sandhill cranes and flamingos and eagles and hawks. Some birds, I don't even know what they are most of the time here. You can look out the window and you might see a flock of maybe 40 birds, white birds, beautiful, just on your lawn. I had a cousin, or have a cousin, who moved here and only stayed here about 2 months, bought a house, stayed here 2 months, couldn't stand all of the wildlife. Didn't move here in my neighborhood, but in Florida. And it's just something you see. I mean, we see wild boar along the highway, tropics, you know, you got everything. Panthers. I haven't seen a panther yet, but bobcats will scare the hell out of you coming out of if you hit a golf ball into a clump of, little bushes and you hear this, stay away. I mean, it's a golf ball. No sense running in there. So, yeah. One day I was at a golf course where they allow this, and the hunters were leaving. They send them out in the morning, and they harvest wild boar, bow and arrows. And they're coming out with their trucks, little trucks full of, but they eat them or whatever they do. But they ruin the golf course because they root around, Minutia, that's me. I know a little bit of everything, and master of only a few things. It's going to be a wonderful weekend for everyone. And again, I may stream some. I don't know. I'll do a alert thing on this. Siri, can you help me alert others? What? Siri, what is my name?
I don't know your name. If you update your information in contacts, then I'll know.
It says it right there. What's my girlfriend's name?
Okay, here's contact information for Angela D. Pasquaro.
Yes, doesn't know my name. I'm going to change that, though. Sometimes I change this. It's very funny. You should do this sometimes. You want to get. Would you what's my girlfriend name? Angelina Jolie. It's hilarious. You can have so much fun with these things. Once I had it on there. Siri, what's my name? Master. It's funny. You are the king. Yes, thank you. You should do that. Play with your phones, everyone. But don't bring them to my class. Yeah. Okay, everyone. I am going to head out. As I said, I have a chiropractor appointment, so I won't be here as long, obviously, as it was, 2.5 hours. The show's getting longer. We were 4.5 hours, on Wednesday. So Wednesday's always a big day, full of excitement and wonderment. Me, basically, but, I love all of you, and thank you for being here. And I mean that. I wouldn't say it. You are my religion. Too much? Yeah, probably. I love you guys. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful weekend. Very safe weekend. A wonderful weekend. Worship whatever makes you happy. And I'll see you back here on Monday, I hope. Thank you so much. I adore you all. Enjoyed the conversation, Saren. Reach out to me anytime you like. Any of you certainly can do that. MayDecemberSociety.com. Private message me, and I'll be happy to talk to you. Then we can get other ways to communicate if it's more comfortable for anyone. So do that, and all of you who are Skyping, remember, tonight's color is what? What color are we wearing tonight? Okay. All right, I'll see you later, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And go Nats. That's N-A-T-S, not N-A-D-S. That would be go Nats. Go Nats.